10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
I should have seen that one coming.
Dire team ban. Radiant team ban. Seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time. Dire team ban. Radiant team.
Drow Ranger.
Dire team pick.
Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome back again to the Summit 6 qualifiers for EU. We're going to be taking a look at game number 2, Team Empire facing off against Vega Squadron. Well, we've dusted ourselves off. We've woken up a little bit. Hopefully Vega Squadron have as well, because that last game was a bit of a catastrophe. But we are going to be seeing the Drow Ranger get through this time, and in response, Team Empire go back for the Faceless Void Omni Knight duo. Aosin, how are you feeling about this combination? We don't usually see Omni Knight in the first phase.
10 seconds remaining.
I mean, I think Omni Knight's just OP. He's so annoying.
Seconds remaining.
Oh. So what about him is it that just makes it so hard to deal with? Like, is it just like repel, or what do you think?
I mean, it's pretty much its entire skill set. It's just so hard to deal with him, and it also forces you to kind of have to direct attention to him, and by that I mean more likely than not, you're gonna pick someone who can purchase a diffusal blade.
Well, I think that's, pretty up and on deck for Vega Squadron. I feel like Empire is just saying, come at us. We're going to go and do what we want to do, and you're going to have to deal with it. Drow Ranger oftentimes comes online very rapidly with her aura, giving the rest of her teammates a strong start. Do you think that this can be punished by an Omni Knight draft, like trying to dive towers early, or what's going to be the goal of this guy here?
I think that's very likely the case. The classic melee hero with purification combo is just incredibly strong, and a lot of teams just like to play aggressively when it comes to Drow Ranger. I wouldn't even be surprised if it was like an aggro tri-lane to deal with it.
Well, we'll see if that's what they have to go for. For now, Vega Squadron are going to take a Mirana. Kind of an interesting pick, very maneuverable as far as where you can lane her. Is there one place that you kind of like her more now since the recent Aghanims change? Or do you think she's still just as versatile as she was before?
I think she's just going to be played in the mid lane, and most likely just the mid lane.
Okay. What's the reason behind that?
I mean, it's just you want her in mid because her skill set is pretty damn good for setting up kills if anyone wants to rotate mid, and also she's good at just controlling the runes in the early game, and then also a potential diffusal buyer, and you'll want her to be near the creeps in the big camp, because you can just clear out a wave of Starfall and then back up, shoot an arrow, and you kind of pull ahead just by doing that.
Yeah, alright, well, that's one of the things that we could be looking for. We are going to see the Broodmother Bandit as well as the PA Shadow Demon and the Sand King. I think the Sand King ban there might have given the game away as far as a potential Brood pickup. But nonetheless, I'm kind of curious to see what they're going to run as far as the solo lane then, if you think it is going to be a tri lane. I kind of agree that I'd like that. Do you like Faceless Void as part of that tri lane? Do you think that would be pretty good against the Drow?
I think it's doable, but I would prefer something else. They're gonna run a tri lane, they should probably safe lane Void and just pick something else that synergizes a little better in a tri lane.
Okay. Fair enough then. Third pick still waiting to come out for Team Empire. Again, it's very interesting to see this type of draft come out? Like in Europe, we haven't seen as many of the tournaments that have been happening as far as like in China. There's been Shanghai Dota 2 Open. There was MDL. Southeast Asia also had the MPGL tournament that went on, but there really hasn't been anything in Europe so far. Like this, there was the BTS Series 4 that came about. I believe it was 4. It might have been 5. And then we also had the Dream League that's about to start, and now Summit 6 qualifiers. So I feel like the meta is still very much in the place that it was kind of pre-TI, but then there's also new influxes because people have been trying out new heroes and pubs and stuff. Darkseer's picked up as well as the Doom. Give me some idea. What's the idea behind the Doom here?
If you catch out the Omni Knight or the Void, actually I think it's just the Omni Knight. If you catch out the Omni Knight, the fight's really hard for the Team Empire to fight into. Like if your Omni Knight just taken out, it's gonna be rough. You're gonna have to rely very heavily on the Darkseer and the Void.
Oh, they're gonna go back for now a Witch Doctor in the 4th pick. A lot of team fight taken by Team Empire. This to me is sort of reminiscent of what Vega Squadron's draft looked like last time, just trying to get aggressive early.
10 seconds.
I feel like Team Empire is just this is kind of their style. It's actually not as aggressive as the last game. There's only, Witch Doctor stun coming out, nothing else too reliable. But their team fight is just really, really strong because Faceless Void and Darkseers, just like last game you saw, it's all you need to win a team fight.
Right. Well, it's also worth noting we've got 3 melee heroes now against a Drow Ranger. Is that something that needs to be concerning at all, or is there another hero that Vega could take that might start to punish that as far as the other? I'm assuming we're looking for supports at this point on Vega Squadron.
I would assume so as well. I feel like they should probably pick something and save him from the Faceless Void. Bane is definitely not one of them. You can disable him when he's in the Chrono, but everyone else is kind of wailing on people in the Chrono. It's not going to save them.
Yeah. I guess that's something that may be a little bit concerning. Bane obviously does a ton of damage in the laning stage, and we've seen how effective you can trade now with your brain sap and getting the mana cost for that reduced. But to me, it always feels like he kind of falls off in the later stages of the game. But there's the Nightmare combo with Arrow. Is that something that they're going to be looking for? Is that just what they're trying to abuse?
It's very possible that this might be a support Mirana, despite my whole rant on it being a mid hero only, or not only, but mostly a mid hero kind of thing. This is starting to look like a support Mirana game.
Well, if it's you like the Mirana mid more because the skill set scales better and all that other stuff. What are you losing by having a Mirana in the support then, if that is what they opted to go for? Or what are you not getting out of her?
It's just a little more. It's pretty much the same thing as last game. Vega and Team Empire both just drafting the same playstyle. Vega is just going to be super aggressive with these kind of heroes. They're going to be running around the map and causing chaos all over the place.
We'll see if they can make it happen for themselves. I mean, Vega struggled pretty hard in that last one. We do have the Storm Spirit that was banned out now, and it looks like Team Empire are agreeing with you that it is turning into that Mirana in the support role. I just worry that if this is going to be an aggro tri-lane, which, I mean, Faceless Void, Omni, Witch Doctor would presumably be what it'd look like. Is that what you're thinking?
I don't think they're gonna aggro tri-lane anymore with this. Well, it's hard to say, but at the same time, Vega don't have to commit the Drow Ranger to the safe lane either. They might be dodging, and it could be just a mid Drow. And if it's a mid Drow, it's way harder to kill a mid Drow when there's Bane, Mirana, and a Doom.
Okay. Well, that's something to keep in mind as well then. They're still going to have a good amount of damage from right clicks, obviously, with the Drow Ranger aura, but Bat Rider is going to be the last pick now for Mag. What do you think? This draft to me just feels like very awkward, and I mean, it's single target focused as far as picking someone off, but after that happens, I'm struggling to see what Vega Squadron is going to do. It's like 3 very strong single target disable spells. I don't know.
I'm just getting the same vibe from last game. They just want to snowball out of control in the early game. This is like classic FNG style. kind of gameplay.
All right, we'll see if they're going to be able to do it. Team Empire certainly proved that they were capable of stopping that from happening in the last game, but Dragon Knight's going to be the last pick, and this to me feels like it's Empire saying we want to group up around this guy, start taking down towers. Who are you favoring going into this one?
Well, okay, first of all, okay, no, so it is going to be mid-Marana in the end.
The heck?
Doom is... Okay. No,
Doom is FNG, yeah.
I mean, I think it's going to be just as aggressive. I feel like it's going to be more or less the same as last game. If Team Empire managed to hold out for the first 10 minutes or so, and then well, it's going to be pretty hard for Vega to fight into them. Unless Marana and Drow get a really, really good start. Until then, I don't think they're going to have the damage to deal with Team Empire.
10 seconds remaining.
Well, I am thoroughly confused, but I'm excited to see how it goes. Even if it's not the Bane Marana like roaming supports combo, there's still that arrow or nightmare into arrow combo.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't know. I feel like
even without that combo, if a Doom finds the right creeps and goes the item build to play super aggressively, Tranquil and Orb of Venom, you can just run people over. You don't even need to arrow people. You can just leap and Starfall, and you probably kill someone just by right-clicking people because you have the Drow aura as well.
I would love to see that type of play. Man, Dragon Knight looks fabulous right now. Do you see this? He's like, yay, let's go, guys. Onward into battle.
The pre-loading in.
Yeah. I wish that they would do like that could be a cosmetic that you would have, since Dota always pauses in the first like minute anyways. Just like have something that's their loading in stance. Be pretty great.
How do you zoom out of this interviewing thing?
What do you like go into it?
Like you go into it and then is there a way to zoom out?
The middle mouse button wheel roller thing is zooming in and out of it.
I think I disabled it. Whatever. This looks funny because they're all loaded in and they're like lined up.
Yeah. It was interesting when it first came about too, because I remember seeing it and I was like, they're all in a line. And I think that they put it that way for TI. And it was like TI, they realized that there's going to be pauses right off the bat. So they want to make sure that people look good when they get in or something. I don't know. Or maybe it was just something that they had always wanted to do, but never had the time to make it happen. Either way, I like it. It's nice to get to see something cool.
Yep, definitely. The pre-game ritual has started. Pauses.
2 minutes, it's fine. We'll be able to get there. Well, I guess I can actually take this moment to talk a little bit about the schedule coming up, because that's something I haven't done yet. I'll take the countdown off of there as well. So as you guys can see, we're in the middle of the first best of three, Vega Squadron versus Team Empire. A little bit later on today, it's going to be Elements Gaming against Power Rangers. And that's actually going to be it for today. The next two games are taking place tomorrow, and it's Friends versus Kai-P, and then afterwards, Pro Dota Gaming versus Fantastic Five. So tomorrow, if you tune in at exactly this time, it's going to be Friends versus Kai-P, and then, of course, a little bit later on after that, that's when we have Pro Dota versus Fantastic Five. This is all going to be a double elimination tournament, so even if teams that you love are getting knocked out today, they'll be back in a couple of days to continue their efforts towards making it into the Summit 6 qualifying. And even though right now the ticket is Summit 5, that's also going to be changed within, hopefully, soon. I don't have the specifics on that, but keep your eyes peeled, because that should be coming about soon. Sioma the Slayer is going to run into King R here, and Ward not placed. So this is going to be a little bit of a contentious moment as they're trading right clicks in the mid lane.
this support dance. Well, Bane wins that out by just a little bit because he has Precision Aura, of course.
Oh. Have you seen that happen in your pubs as well? Is that something that's going on as early TPs out, or has it not quite made it to the pub scene yet?
No, it's very, very specific, I feel. This normally just happens because of people just doing their research on the other teams and knowing how they ward.
Yeah.
And if not that, then they're just warding for something very specific, whether it's to protect their jungle or look out for ganks.
Right. Yeah, I feel like I always go out and I like if I'm playing off lane, I'll block the pull camp, and then it's like jokes on me. They don't pull anyways, so it doesn't do anything. But
Yeah, I mean, when it comes to pubs, people are they're just warding for themselves. They're not warding for their team.
well, we could have a little bit of an engagement here. Iceberg daring Empire to move forward. Mag is also in the area as well, and Sioma does have Brain Sap taken, so can trade hits early. But with that, Vega come away with both of the runes. Not bad at all. What do you think about this matchup? Ghostic is looking to be just back into the jungle for himself with Drow Ranger getting the lane completely to her own. Is this a problem against a Drow Ranger? Can she take that tower early?
I don't think so. Not that early. I don't think you want to do it that early anyways. You kind of want your Bane to get some levels. This is just standard play, I feel, from the off lane because Bane can easily kill a Darkseer in the off lane at level 1 because of the sleep setup. And you never know when the Doom is going to come out and just maul you.
So what's the dream creep for the Doom now? And does he actually just go for level 1 Devour as well?
Yeah, I mean, if you're playing support Doom, you just have to take Devour. It's too good not to take. It's impossible to do anything otherwise. You're not expected to take anything else and right-click people. You just chill for a bit, get your level 2, eat a creep, and just go from there.
Okay. Well, we'll see how it works. It's going to be the Iceberg versus G showdown in the mid lane. Up top, Mag having to deal with Aloha Dance. There's 4 stacks of sticky napalm, but Mag, only level 1, isn't going to be able to build them back up again. Now in a little bit of trouble. Going to get chased out by King R. He might be able to find this kill, forcing out the Fairy Fire. No, doesn't hit it. So still forced back, and Mag does not have a salve. Man, this is a tough one for him.
Yeah. I'm kind of surprised he managed to get so low against this dual lane, but he was fine. He's killing himself, comes back with full life. He should be able to get something from the lane once he heals up, because you can't do this to him all the time. And the lane is pushing fairly hard.
I mean, FNG is rotated up here, does have that crit strike coming out from the wolf as well, so not bad there. Meanwhile, mid lane, they're going to rotate in and just Brain Sap G. I mean, normally is Nightmare not worth taking here? You don't think that they could find the kill with Iceberg Arrow?
Well, he does have it now.
Okay.
But nothing much is going to come out of it.
Hmm.
Nightmare is just so expensive, that's why you don't really want to take it in the early phases. And if you do harass someone, you want to take the Brain Sap because it's only 70 mana now. You basically get 180 damage in exchange.
Pushka has been looking like he's also going for some farming off here in the camp as well, trying to deal with FNG rotating in and messing with him. A very strange start to this game. Where does Doom want to be? Is he just consistently trying to mess with the jungling heroes? Is that all that he's going to be doing now?
He's just trying to get his farm, create pressure. He was up in the top lane because he was helping out Mag. Just helping Mag out with a few levels. Now he's just going back around.
Mid lane, they catch the arrow now onto G with a Starstorm is going to connect, but the repel save, and G is going to die from the right clicks. Doom is the one that gets the kill. FNG taking out his old teammate.
Very well played. He didn't even commit anything. I thought it was going to be a mistake that he didn't stun in time, because Omni does have repel at level 1.
Oh. Committing that heavily, bringing in the Omni Knight, and also Omni Knight taking that repel early, the fact that they couldn't find that kill must be at least a little bit frustrating. I don't know. How do you see this early game playing out? What are Vega gonna try and do? Is it just keep on roaming in with the Bane and the Doom? Like, can G survive in this lane?
It's gonna be very hard. He's gonna get pressured non-stop.
Oh god, and now they come back in. Yeah. Lordy.
Doom is actually surprisingly strong in these phases. You go the 1-1-1 build and just walk up to people and whack them. Does a lot of damage.
I remember when they first made that change, or it took out level death and gave them the what's it called, Infernal Blade? Yeah, Infernal Blade ability. And I just remember it was actually Elements Pro Gaming that was playing against the Team Spirit back then, and they kind of just dominated. They were able to like beat through everybody in the world because Infernal Blade was super broken at that point. What do you think about the spell now? Is it pretty good, or?
Oh, for sure. The spell is really, really strong. I prefer the build where you just max out Scorched Earth than Infernal Blade, and you just keep fighting. I know some people prefer maxing out Devour after Scorched Earth and just keeping Infernal Blade at 1, but I think that spell is just so strong right now that it's actually worth leveling or Devour.
Oh man, Iceberg just getting into G's head, and this is going to be another kill. Leaps forward for it. They find the kill onto G. My goodness, he's going to be able to walk away from it. The turnaround there with the Nightmare trying to help out his buddy, and Iceberg is getting involved real early on now. 3 heroes rotate in towards the mid lane, and they're not going to find a kill. He's gone.
Oh, they might get the bait on me. Oh man.
Oh man.
This is rough.
And FNG is not looking to stop anytime soon. They have another arrow coming in. Well, everybody was TPing in, so they don't end up finding it. You talked about the potential for this lineup of Vega to snowball. Is that happening now? Is this what you were talking about? Is King R's going to get gone upon again as well? Oh my god.
I mean, like I said, this is a very classic FNG kind of draft and playstyle. He banks a lot of...
Going for him again! They're not stopping. Arrow connects. Iceberg looking for the kill. They've got FNG who's rotated into here. They do have the Infernal Blade to try and turn on to Maposhka, slow him down. The dive back behind the tier 1 tower. They're not stopping. Dominating streak for FNG. They just keep going in one by one and getting killed.
This is it. This is the FNG strat. Endless running at you strat.
Bane has arcane boots now as well. Well, they got themselves their first couple of levels and have now built up a 1,500 experience lead, around 3,000 net worth.
I think it's okay for Empire though. It's rough, but they have the kind of lineup for making comebacks. So as long as they, obviously you don't want to let it go too out of hand, and as long as they kind of maintain so that it doesn't get that bad, they can definitely take team fights later.
Okay, that's something to keep in mind, I guess. 7-0 never looks good on paper, but they have not died with their Drow, or rather, excuse me, they haven't died with their Void. So things are kind of okay. Where do they go from here though? What's the big move? Is it just try and secure the safe lane, or try and secure the mid lane for G? Does that even matter if he gets killed some more? He's 0-4.
I think they do whatever they can. They should consider stacking. There's not much he can do now. He's just getting bullied so hard.
Jeez. Yeah, Iceberg is not messing around.
While he's suffering, I mean, his other cores are kind of doing okay. Now they just kind of have to wait for Witch Doctor to get a 6, and then, I mean, even now they can make plays happen with the Faceless Void. He's already TPing bottom, and getting ready to make use of his first chrono.
Mirana kills off the Dragon Knight solo again with the Haster and is going to be able to bottle up so she doesn't end up going down. And Sioma wraps around as well. They have a ward in the area, but FN, they're able to get on top of him. They think about going for the time walk forward. Nice gust. Going to keep him alive, but there's the surge forward from the Darks here. Instead, they turn their eyes onto the Bane, and they're not going to dive for it. The wraparound was there, and it looks like with Mag in the area, they might have overstepped their bounds as well. King R is available. Ghost Stick is going to get Nightmare. They take it off with King R as well. Everybody is in the area right now. They still have Chronosphere available, but silence for the moment. Aloha Dance not diving for it. Iceberg actually took the Nightmare right there in the mid, and meanwhile up in the top, Maposhka getting dove by FNG. That's a kill. Doom used. So the rotation does not bear fruit, and they lose the Omni Knight up top.
That was really good plays from both sides of bottom lane, just trying to set up and protect each other. I mean, not much happened, but that's pretty much the most you can ask for from Empire after a failed game, just not losing anyone. And
Iceberg has really been dominant this mid lane so far. It's not really like a huge CS showing, but he's constantly right-clicking down that Dragonite and just causing issues. As they do drop the Chronosphere, Sealma just barely caught on the edge. It's not going to be enough damage, and Aloha Dance might go down himself. Well, no, the surge forward, time dilation as well. Looking for the chase. They have the Darkseer here as well, and with Ion Shell wall drop, can they find this kill? He's very low, but Doom has shown up now, turns onto Aloha Dance and trying to force him out of there. Well, Maledict damage as well being dealt. Mirana finds another kill on the Dragonite mid. G is just getting destroyed, and Doom kills off the Darkseer 11-1. Oh man, what a start for Vega.
Can't even blame G. This is so hard for him. He's died 6 times. How do you even fight against a level 9 Mirana? And he has the precision aura. He does 153 damage a hit. That's way too much for even a DK to handle at this point.
Oh god, well, he's in the area. They go for the turnaround stun, and they pop the ultimate for G, the leap away though, and I don't think that they actually can catch him. All right, well, they back out. Vega not going to get caught off guard, and nonetheless, I mean, Doom is building towards a point where he's going to have Guardian Grief soon. You take a look at these net worth leads, and 7,500 and right around 5,000 experience. Stuns the Doom. They don't have Witch Doctor ultimate. They get the Purification out. He's still very tanky, and they're just going to be able to walk away again. Iceberg.
Perfect time with help.
All right, another stun on the Iceberg. If they could find this kill, it'd be huge. Trying to take him down. Do they have Chronosphere? They don't for another 46 seconds. And with no reveal, Mirana gets out again.
Man, that's rough. They made DK ulti. He gets no damage on the tower and forces all 5 of them to come mid.
Well, what's the play now? I mean, Bane has 6. They can kill anybody, right?
Yep. Empire have to do their best to avoid these kind of ganks.
Oh, Mag.
This does not look good for Aloha.
Oh, there's the channel, and they've got the damage. He is dropping very low. The follow-up Flaming Lasso as well. And Mirana takes the mid tower, the immediate smoke towards the tier 2. She is halfway to her Aghanim Scepter at 11 minutes into this game.
This is
oh god.
Plan. Snowball.
Poshka, arrow. Oh, they find him. Don't even need the Doom. Iceberg dominating streak. 4-0-5. Oh wow.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Well, they managed to get level 6 on the Witch Doctor, so they should probably consider smoking here and getting someone with their Chronosphere.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Oh, they might be looking for G again. And there is the smoke play.
Alright, just kill FNG, guys. This is so worth it. Just kill him. They're gonna do it.
They're looking. There's the Chrono not used. They do Aloha Dance. They still can find this kill. Witch Doctor ultimate thrown out. So that's okay for Empire.
That's really good for Empire. I mean, G got 600 gold from that. He needs that so badly. And they drew out a Doom.
Oh, Iceberg finds the arrow onto Maposhka again. This ward paying dividends. They had it and spotted him out, moving over from the ward in mid.
I think there's a ward there. I think they saw him running down from top lane with the hill ward. And he thinks it's on that hill, when it's actually not.
Well, mid lane, arrow goes in, isn't going to connect, but they do get the stun on a mag. Follow-up, though. The Fiend's Grip is there. That's a dead Dragon Knight. I feel like I've said it a million times this game. Aloha Dance turns back around. Chronosphere connects onto 2 of them, but he's dropping solo as it stands. I don't think he can live through this. Time walks away. On the other side, though, it's the Bat Rider catching and killing off the Darkseer. Vega not really stopping as Faceless Void got killed off in the back line. Iceberg ready and waiting to just keep on dealing damage to these towers. And I mean, King R, are you really about to die to this? They have an arrow available too if they want to throw it. They are looking. He is diving. He doesn't care. The wand charges will keep him alive. Iceberg testing the waters. G? Oh, that would have been a huge kill.
Well, CIS region. Only place you'll see a 17-2 in 13 minutes.
and a Bane that's ahead of the entire Empire team as far as net worth.
Yeah, that's that really sucks. Huh.
Yeah, it's not the best. All right, let's try and figure this out now. You've got a Chronosphere, you got yourself Darkseer with Vacuum Wall. He only has 1 point in Vacuum, but are there ways back into this game for Empire?
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
There's still that damage output from this combo, but it's starting to look harder and more impossible than ever now, because the entire other team just is so much higher level than you and farm than you. I don't think you're gonna have enough damage if it just keeps up. Oh my god, they're gonna catch him up.
Oh, Vega, they're gonna be able to Doom Aloha Dance. He's dropping very rapidly, trying to kill off Doom. Can they even get that one? I don't think so. Iceberg shows up. Aghanim's still not online, but it kind of doesn't matter. They throw the arrow, couldn't connect onto King RD with just the Nightmare for the moment, and when it rains, it pours. All of Empire drops. Nobody from Vega goes down 22-2,
man.
and that's going to be
brutal.
Destruction.
Vega strikes back. That was very convincing. I mean, that was probably the most convincing win I've seen in a long time. That was brutal.